Hello, this is Nahu, author of UFOs, God from Inner Space. Today we're going to talk about UFOs and the secret behind their intradimensional nature. After years of studying the UFO phenomena and examining many aspects of its nature, I have come to the conclusion that what we see on the surface is only the tip of the iceberg of something that is multidimensional. That is, I came to the conclusion that a UFO is a protrusion from the fourth dimension. Two predominant details led me to this conclusion. A, the appearance of an alternate or fourth dimension into our plane of reference, and B, the impression of an alternate field of energy. To understand what I mean by a multidimensional phenomenon, one must envision two dimensions, one nested within another, much like Russian Matryoshka dolls. When we have a rare chance to witness a UFO, we are, in effect, observing an intrusion of the fourth dimension from our 3D point of reference. On the surface, the UFO appears as a swirling spectrum of light, has strange physical gyrations, the ability to zip in and out of our dimension, then suddenly reappear as if in defiance of the laws of physical space. To understand this strange behavior, one must realize that a UFO is a non-physical object localized in the fourth dimension. To understand this interdimensional concept, one must refer to the book Flatland, a romance of many dimensions, written by the great mathematician Irwin Abbott. In his book, Flatland, inhabitants of a two-dimensional plane are amazed and bewildered by the mystical and even ghost-like appearance of an object that suddenly intrudes into the world. When told that it is a sphere, note a sphere is not normally observable by a two-dimensional creature, they reject this notion as absurd and rebuke it forthwith. The problem is they cannot perceive a 3D sphere in a 2D world. By all accounts, this is impossible, that is, according to a 2D perspective. In a similar manner, as 3D beings, we cannot perceive in its entirety something that is a part of the fourth dimension. All that we can see is the tip which intrudes into the third dimension, the bulk of which is invisible, at least to 3D inhabitants. The second outstanding aspect of this phenomenon is the presence of an intermediary field of energy. The question arises, if the UFO represents an intermediary field of energy, what is it and why does it, at times, appear as an extraterrestrial craft? To answer these questions, we have to take into consideration a little-known fact that there are four distinct states of matter, not three: gases, liquids, solids, and yes, plasma. In short, I am suggesting that the internal structure of a UFO is a result of an aggregation of highly energized electrons into a toroidal-like plasma field. This postulates that an intermediary field of energy exists outside the 3D plane and parallel to the fourth dimension. This intermediary field is the creative source of the UFO phenomena. What is interesting about plasma is that it is a highly creative field of volatile energy that can be affected by human thought. In a word, once this highly agitated, swirling ball of plasma is activated by the collective or individual mind, it takes on symbolic shape and content reflective of the current collective unconscious. In other words, the archetypal content of the collective mind of humanity gives shape and form to this plasmoidal energy. That is, this archetypal information guides or informs the plasma to take shape and form. This idea is consistent with David Bohm's idea of an internal or implicate-explicate order. For those who wish to explore this theory in depth, please refer to my book UFOs, God from Inner Space. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed your session here today with me. Bye now.